So working. What's up? TheChaoticNerdz podcast, episode 28. Yeah.
Is it 28? Oh,
28.
Let's start out with this. I saw on our Facebook memories that it's been exactly 1 year since we started the podcast.
Yeah, because I think the first episode, not episode 0, because we don't know how to count.
Yeah.
Was when we got
episode 0.
Yeah, because the first episode we did with Josh was when we got drunk.
That was episode 2.
Was it episode 2?
Episode 1 was when we were finally, almost set up.
I just remember you spilled wine, and I was like, I'm going to take a shot every time we get a follower. And we only got like 1 follower, so I just took shots anyway.
Yeah. I spilled my wine all over our table.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, we've had like 3 different setups since then. Well, the one in the basement's still completely put together and everything. It's just one.
Nick doesn't live here.
Kind of a mess because I've had to just like put some stuff in that room for right now until I get my basement situation handled. And
What happened to your basement?
I have shit down there that like since I got that pool table that I haven't gotten put together yet. And like that stuff's down there. My weight stuff is just in like a mess. I threw some stuff out a couple weeks ago, like had like a extra large trash pickup or whatever. So I just need to like get shit organized, and then because I've got like a couple boxes laying in there and stuff. I need to finish the one shelf that's like a mini bar or whatever, and then I need to mount the other TV that I have, because I took my 32-inch TV that I had down there as the second monitor and put it back in my room. And I have that one TV that I got for free. It's like a 40-inch or something like that. And then I'm gonna mount. So I need to do that. So, but I mean, Discord's fine for now. I mean, it's simple, it's easier to do. And like I was telling Josh, was that a couple weeks ago or whatever? I was like, yeah, I feel like you come up or something like that. That's when we can use that room if we want to. If, like all 3 of us want to like be here to do it or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, come down next weekend. I got things that you eat without being too obvious about it.
So you're bringing cookies, right?
Chocolate.
Chocolate? Just
Chocolate.
Straight up chocolate?
They're like little think of like Dove chocolates, but
1 second.
Thinner.
Somebody's knocking.
They're really thin.
Some fancy chocolate.
Fancy chocolate, yes. What we'll call it.
Fancy thin chocolate.
I got 2 little bags and there's 10 each in it. And I'm probably gonna eat an entire bag for myself. Maybe more. Look, man, I remember my birthday last year, and I don't really like that. You know what I mean?
You don't like remembering your birthday?
It's the first one I've remembered since I was like 21 or something like that. I remember bits and pieces, but like I haven't had a birthday since from before last year, where I don't really remember things, and it's great. I love the tradition. So.
Like the one where you tried to fight the paramedics?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that one?
Yeah, that one.
See, I never like actually black out, I feel like. I always remember. Yeah, I might not remember everything, but I always remember like quite a bit.
Yeah, I remember some things, but there's always like a very crisp line where I'm like, I remember that, and literally nothing after.
Nothing else.
Yeah, the one year where they had to call the paramedics or whatever, that was completely just because I didn't fucking eat. I ate like 10 chips an hour before people came over, and then I didn't eat because everyone was coming over, and I was like, let's do shots.
Let's chug my handle.
Yeah, I just kept drinking, and I didn't eat anything. So I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I drank a lot, but like had I like had a proper meal in me, I feel like I only would have been drunk. I don't think I would have been like fucking
dying.
Gone, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Having to be dragged to your bedroom.
It's just
that was definitely an interesting night.
Just shows you how alive I was that night.
I mean, I slapped you in the face.
I believe
Did
it.
you?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't like
No, you weren't like, "Bow." You're just like,
backhanding
"Hey,
you
man,
or something.
hey."
Like, yeah.
Was that after I left?
I think so, because I think you and Shy left, and it was like me, Mike, and then Autumn came over. I don't remember.
Me either.
He doesn't either.
But yeah, we're gonna be crashing at Kevin's. I'm gonna. I already told Kevin.
Not the other two.
Well, everyone's gonna crash at Kevin's. Mike has like a full size, or not a full, a twin size blow up. He's gonna bring. Josh always
Kevin
sleeps.
has one, too.
Yeah, Josh always sleeps on Kevin's blow up. I always sleep on the couch, and then Alex can just sleep in Kevin's blue recliner chair. So, or the floor,
Okay.
whatever the fuck he wants to do. But
I mean, if he wants to sleep on the floor, I can just get Kevin one of my inflatable pads.
that's true. But
Yeah.
like I was,
Not a bad idea.
like I was telling Mike.
Is there enough room for all those beds?
Well,
The
Kevin's
kitchen.
is the full size. Yeah, Mike will probably just have to put his like next to the dining table or something like that, because Kevin
Yeah.
does have like that area is kind of open, you know, like
He can always just move his coffee table.
yeah. Because Mike was like, well, what? It was like 2 of us gonna stay at Nick's and 2 of us gonna stay at Kevin's, and I was like, well, I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody about to fucking drive to Nick's after we're fucked up at the bar all night. I'm like, so unless you're taking an Uber, I don't know.
What
I
do you?
mean, I have to work Sunday morning, so
Right. So,
So
it's
you're
just
not-
not.
you're
a-
probably
you're-
gonna leave at like 11.
Oh, so you're coming. You're just not staying
I'm
the whole
just
time.
not gonna.
be out
Yeah,
till
till
2 in the
destroy.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Anyway, so I bought Cyberpunk. I finally did it. I didn't. I was still hesitant. Like I just like I saw it was on sale again for $30 because it goes on sale like every other fucking week. And, yeah. So I got it. And I downloaded it, but I didn't download the big update that literally just came out like a couple days ago. I wanted to see like what state the game was in before this huge update they had, and then see the state after the huge update, just to like have a direct comparison. Because like this update's been like super hyped up, like it's fixing all this stuff. It was a 60 gig update, so I mean, it's huge.
Damn.
And it definitely made everything better. Like, some of the sounds were... Like, sometimes when I was shooting my gun, it just wasn't making sounds. Or, like, the T-pose thing, that's very real. When they were doing, like, pan shots that weren't, like, you controlling. It was like, you know, we're going to pan and do this or whatever. There's a lot of the T-pose, like, sliding around. Or, like, if a character was initially sitting and they would get up and walk around, they would just, like... It would look like they're doing like a wall sit, and they'd be like sliding around on the ground,
Just hovering.
And then,
Oh my God, how long has this game been out? Like a year and a half at this point?
a year and a couple months. It came out in November of 2020. I'm pretty sure.
Let's get the Google machines going.
It
I
is.
just know they officially released it on PlayStation again.
Oh, nice. Okay. I remember, didn't they put it back on the store a couple months ago or something like that?
No, it was like a couple weeks ago.
December
really?
10th, 2020.
December 10th? Okay.
Pokemon Red and Green.
So, yeah, anyway, then I downloaded the update. I played like the first 2 hours without the update. Then I downloaded the update, started playing it. I had like super consistent frame rate. There wasn't really many more like people glitches and stuff like that. Oh, and the other thing before I downloaded the update was there was a fucking ton of texture pop in. Like a fuck ton. Where it was be like I walk up to someone and they have a clay face. And
What the
about
hell?
3 seconds later, then all their shit like appears on their face or whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, and this is just my experience specifically, so I don't know what other people are having, but the update seems to have actually fixed a ton of fucking stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. Finally, they have a working game.
yeah, like I talked to Kevin a little bit about it, and he was saying he was getting like a constant 60 with ray tracing off and stuff like that. I had ray tracing on medium with every setting on medium, and I had it locked at 75, and I was like, I wouldn't even touch 74. It was like
nice,
super consistent. So
then
then
just stayed.
Yeah, but the ray tracing, it didn't really seem to make that big of a difference to like just like walking around and like generally noticing things. So I just turned it off and cranked the settings up to high and locked it at 75 still, and I still have a great frame rate. So yeah, and then oh my god, dude, there's a part in the game where you literally have to be like a fucking detective. And it's one of the most boring gameplay segments I think I might have ever experienced in a game.
So they didn't do it well?
I don't know if like I just wasn't in the right state of mind to deal with that, or like because I was like running around doing stuff, and then it was legit like a fucking half hour, 40-minute ordeal of like, you're doing this and nothing else. You can't even save right now. And you have to go in and you're literally learning how to be a video editor, essentially. Where like you have to change the layers and look at the audio, look at the video, the visual files. You have to rewind it, replay it, go around and look at. You're basically looking for clues because you have like this. People have this program in their head that like will record background audio even if the person doesn't register it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're trying to pick up these clues or whatever, which, you know, that's okay, but it was like, I'd be watching, they were like, okay, watch the video. It's like a 3-minute fucking clip to watch the whole 3 minutes. And then they're like, wait, rewind it. And then I have to rewind it and rewatch like a 45-second version and then like find this clue. And then, so basically you watch the video like 3 times and you have to break it up into segments and go through and like investigate small pieces of each one. And it took way too long and it was stupid. I hope I never have to do it again in that game because the rest of the game's cool.
Sounds like they were going full Blade Runner.
I don't even know if I've played that.
Oh no, and
It's
Blade
a
Runner.
movie.
Or Blade Runner's a movie. That's right.
I've never seen it.
Shadowrun was what I'm mixing up. What you were saying. I don't know why, but literally like the game case of Shadowrun popped up in my mind.
They're both like cyberpunk stuff, but I guess Shadowrun's got like fantasy elements in it because I think they have like elves and shit.
I don't know. I've watched Joey play it for like an hour. I've watched Joey
Are you thinking
play
of the
like
first person one?
I really don't know what I'm thinking of.
What game is.
Oh, okay. Because they had a first person one when we played on like
Shadowrun
360 and stuff, I'm pretty sure. And then the actual game is like a board game type of thing.
Oh yeah, for Shadowrun, I am thinking of the video game. Yeah.
Well, it's a video game, but it's also a board game. Like they did both.
Okay. Interesting.
And I'm trying to think. I think Shadowrun, like it was a first-person shooter, like kind of like Overwatch.
First-person shooter video game.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm just trying to see if I remembered that right, because yeah, it's also like I don't remember when the Shadowrun came out, like the not first-person shooter one, but it's like a isometric like board game type of thing. I think.
Okay. Gotcha.
Kind of like Baldur's Gate, I think. Don't quote me on it because I haven't played it, obviously, but it's like cyberpunk mixed with fantasy, and it's like they have like elves and like shit.
Let me see. There's a Shadowrun.
There's a bunch of these
Board game.
Yeah.
Shadowrun Crossfire, is that what it was called?
I don't know. There's like a trilogy of them, it looks like.
Okay, maybe
There's
that's
a whole
just
bunch.
a different one.
Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Dragonfall.
Yeah, the ones that are videos popping up, Shadowrun Crossfire. It's like people with like a card. They have like cards and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, this one looks like
pieces and stuff.
No, it looks like old Fallout. Fallout 1 or 2.
Okay.
But like modernized-ish. I don't know. This one said it came out 2013, but
gotcha.
Okay. Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's a board game also.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was looking at. Board games.
Yeah, there's a board game too.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, Crossfire looks like it's a board game.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Was like,
Yeah, I was talking about the video game.
gotcha.
We were just getting confused. There's too much media on this.
Yeah, there's like I'm like I see like 30 of them. There's Shadowrun Trilogy, Shadowrun Dragon Ball, Shadowrun Returns, Shadowrun Collection,
Shadowrun the FPS.
yeah. So there's
But yeah, the FPS was fun. That's what I played. It was like Overwatch before Overwatch was Overwatch.
was it was multiplayer then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was only online.
Okay.
Yeah, the wiki said
Oh,
it
that's
had
right, 'cause wasn't that one of the first crossplay games?
Maybe it might have had crossplay with PC. I don't think it had crossplay with like, I don't know. That was so long ago.
This is a Wikipedia article.
I typed in "is Shadowrun crossplay," and you know on Google where it'll like show you like a quick answer or whatever.
Yeah.
It just says yes.
Okay.
It doesn't give an explanation.
Awesome.
It just says yes.
Yes. It is.
Yeah, it's just said Shadowrun 2007 featured PC/Xbox crossplay.
I thought so.
This is the first game to feature that.
Okay. Yeah,
Wow,
I knew it.
cool.
I knew it. Well, I was pretty sure it had it, and I was also pretty sure it was either the first or one of the first.
That's weird you knew that, because didn't you say you never played it?
Joey liked it. Joey's talked about it, and I've seen Joey play the game. And I'm literally just like unlocking random ass like deep memories that I don't even know I have. So
Hey, bro, you want to come over and watch me play this game?
no, I think I just came over one day and he was playing it because that was before I remember. I didn't have a 360 like until it had already been out for like 2 years.
Same.
I think I got it around the same time as you guys, because I remember the first time I played it is Joey brought his over to my house and he played the Wii on my TV, which was like a 17-inch one. And I had this like, it was like a 3-inch black and white TV, like this fucking big. And that's what I played Gears of War on.
Nice. Yeah, I remember when we used to fucking take our games over to Joey's all the time. The one time, I know I've talked about it on the podcast before when Kevin didn't let me play his game.
Kevin was the biggest hey, you want to come over and watch me play this game?
Yeah.
Kind of person.
But when he was playing Skyrim, I could just sit there and watch him play Skyrim though, because the way he played Skyrim was so absurd. Weird. He's like, I'm not gonna attack anything unless I have to, and I'm gonna crouch walk everywhere to get my sneak to the highest level possible.
Though there was a point where he did the opposite thing. He told me to come over. Yeah, he told me to come over and play a game, and he just watched me play the game.
Oh yeah, he would do that with me with fuck, what was that like open world like shooting kind of game where it like kind of felt like GTA mixed with like Uncharted or something.
Max Payne? No.
No, it was.
I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't like a huge. It wasn't a huge title.
There's 3 of them though, isn't there? 4 maybe.
Yes. They gave us one on Epic. Fuck, dude, what is it called?
I know.
Let me open Epic.
No, not Crackdown.
It is Crackdown. I bet it's
Just
Crackdown.
Cause.
No,
Just Cause.
Just Cause. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Man, that was gonna bother me.
No, the game that I played through was Firewatch.
Okay.
It's not it. It was like a really short game. He's like, you just come over and play the whole thing. It's really
Isn't
cool.
that like more like atmospheric or whatever?
Yeah, it's just like a story-based walking simulator, basically a first-person walking simulator.
Love
you just play it for the story. It's actually a really good story.
That's the one that I think Mark was hyping up like a month or 2 ago.
Yeah, except he played it like 15 years late. No.
Yeah, because I was like, he was talking about it, and I'm like, that game sounds familiar. And then I looked it up, and I was like, wow, this game's old. I'm like,
yeah.
But
I mean, it's got a good story. It's like weird. It's just like, I don't know.
I think you played it on Game Pass.
You like barely even make decisions, and it's like you literally just go through a story.
Okay, so it's just like an experience almost more than anything.
Almost, yeah. You literally like there's almost zero like action scenes or anything. Like you don't
Okay.
make decisions or anything. You're basically just playing a movie that you are the person in the movie.
Gotcha.
What was the one with I think it was called like Until Dawn or something?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was sweet. It was on PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, I remember watching whoever played. We just took turns
No,
playing.
it was
like 8
me,
hours
you, and
straight.
Derek. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
'cause
game is good.
I remember I went over to Joey's one night and he was playing something and he was like, I watched him play like a tiny bit of it the time before and I was like, bro, can I play that Until Dawn game? And I just legit like sat there from like 7 p.m. to like 6 a.m. and played the entire game. Like
It's so good.
it is. It's very good.
So good.
Lots of
And
twists and turns.
they have
Yeah.
those dark anthology, whatever, what are they called? Dark Pictures Anthology or something like that. It's made by the
I know what
same
you're talking about.
people.
It's got like Heavy Rain and
Yeah.
I think.
Because I started playing the one on stream like a long time, like I don't know, like 8 months ago or something like that. I never
Yeah,
finished
the
it.
one they're like on a boat.
Yeah, but
Mm.
it really didn't seem as good as fucking Until Dawn. I don't know
I
if,
was
like,
watching you play it. It didn't look that good.
No.
when I
Like it didn't
stopped,
look like it was interesting.
yeah, when I stopped playing it, it had started to pick up, but like the first 45 minutes to an hour was pretty fucking slow.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think Heavy Rain's better. It's like about like I think it's got a few different stories.
Okay.
But you're like a detective and you go around. I don't know. I don't actually know what the story is.
Is
but
that the one where like one of the sequences you're like in a war or something like that, like in the Middle East or something?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I
It
didn't
might
play
be
through the whole
because
thing.
they have like in that anthology or whatever, they have like 3 different fucking games. But yeah, I mean, I like Choices games like that. It just has to like
be good.
that, but like I feel like I'm more drawn towards like the supernatural-esque ones, like because I really liked Call of Cthulhu. Like that's
Yeah.
one of my favorite games like that to play. I've played
Yeah.
through it like 3 times or something. Which I still need to play The Sinking City.
You know they have a board game for that, like a role playing
Call
like,
of Cthulhu?
tabletop. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it at the one place in Canton we've gone to where they sell the minis
Yeah.
and stuff, Freedom Gaming. Shout out to Freedom Gaming. But I never bought it. It was like $50 or something, and I was like, I don't want to spend $50 on a board game that we'd probably play one time and have a lot of fun with, and then never touch it again.
Yeah.
So
Well, one of the girls
That's
I work with is super into it. Like she has all of the expansions and
Oh, nice.
everything. I guess they play it quite frequently. She said it's really good.
That's what sucks about board games though, is they're so expensive.
right.
Mhm.
And like I get it to an extent because like, you know, you spend $60 on a video game. You spend $60 on a board game, which like
But the thing is,
arguably can last longer, depending on like how into it you are and like the replayability of it. But that's game to game, just like how it's video game to video game.
yeah, but the problem is like I never see board games go on sale.
Yeah, I'll get like
I think it's more of an online thing. If you shop for them online, you can definitely get them on sale.
Okay, yeah, I've only really gone in person.
I follow some things on Facebook, and I will see like once in a while in my feed like 30% off all of our stock or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it's not
D&D
that often.
Beyond actually does sales.
Yeah, they
quite
do like 20% off all the time.
Yeah. It's still really expensive to buy all of the books. It's like $200 something.
And
Surprise
And then,
test.
and then it's a monthly subscription on top of that.
Well, and what sucks is like if you buy like you know, we have the player's handbook, right?
Right.
We didn't get like a code to have that digitally,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which sucks. Like I bought the fucking player's handbook. Oh, and like I don't know, like not a lot of companies, but there are a decent amount that will give you like the digital code to be like, look, here's the PDF of it or whatever, right?
Well, I think
Right.
the PDF is actually free on the D&D Beyond site.
I don't know if you can download it or not.
I don't think you can download it, but you can just print screen like
That's true.
800 pages.
400 pages.
Yeah.
That's true. But yeah, because Matt O'Donnell has the PDF for the player's handbook. I don't know how he got it, but he just sends it to people. He's like, here you go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just like
I think
a
he
drop
sent it to
file
me.
link or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are like prohibitively expensive for somebody who wants to get into playing D&D, but like doesn't necessarily.
That's why if you got friends, it's
want to
easier. I mean,
spend
like
money. Yeah,
imagine
like-
if like we didn't get into it at the same time together or whatever, how much more
Right.
expensive it would have been.
Yeah, I got the one
Yeah.
from like the 90s.
Yeah.
Those
Like
are
version 2 or
reasonably
whatever.
valuable now.
Yeah.
I think it was like 3.0 maybe.
I don't know. I could go grab it, but I had to get a stool because it's at like the very top of the shelf in my bedroom
Ah.
or in the
Ah.
closet, and it's like, yeah, too much work. I don't know. It either said it was like the published date was either the 90s or the 80s. I can't remember.
That's cool though. Next time I
Yeah.
come over, I'll have to like just look at it because it sounds interesting. But yeah, like right when we got into it, we're dumb. We went all out. We were like, we're buying the triple book, we're buying a campaign, we're buying this, we're buying 70 minis. Like,
Oh yeah, dude, we went hard painting minis for like 3 months straight.
Oh,
like-
dude, I went hard painting 3D printed ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just wait for my printer to print them, and I'd be like, okay, I'll paint this
Oh
now.
yeah.
Yeah, because I painted like half as many as you, and I still painted quite a few.
I mean, because that's what I would do while you were at work. I
Right.
would like paint minis all day and then go to work when you got home, and then
Yeah, I feel like everything we get into way too hard.
yeah. I mean,
We're
I
nerds,
love
bro.
D&D though. I love D&D though. It's so good.
Imagine if like we were this into our own lives, where we would be.
Right?
Where would we be?
Actually put ourselves in the, like, might
I'm
be rich.
starting to run a new campaign.
Oh yeah.
Let me grab it real quick.
Yeah, we haven't played the One Piece campaign we're doing in like. The last time we played was like the first week of December or something like that.
Yeah, I
have
really.
you guys only played it like twice?
Is it
Like
2
3
or 3?
times?
2 or 3?
I know
No,
I'm
no,
level
three.
2. But I
Yeah.
didn't take a barbarian level yet.
Yeah, we're level 2. Or
Did
maybe
you
you
guys-
guys are level 3. I don't remember. Though
I don't.
The
I
Wild
probably got
Beyond,
backwards. Yeah,
Witch
the Witch Light. It's cool. It's like a there's like a carnival that comes into like the mortal plane every 14 years or something. It's like a Feywild adventure. Like these guys are creepy.
So
I know my
like
players aren't-
are you like
I know my players are gonna watch this. So like, yeah, it's they're hags. They're night hags.
so are you
that
like
have,
attending the party is attending the carnival?
Yeah, like
Okay.
the way this sets it up is like the party had visited it like 14 years in the past and they lost something.
Okay.
Like it's not like a physical object. It's like really weird shit. Like they lose the ability to smile or they lose their creative abilities or whatever it is. Like they can't paint anymore or something.
Okay.
Weird.
And like
So each person lost something.
so each
Okay.
person, well, player character.
Right,
I
yeah.
don't care about NPCs, but yeah, it's like a coven of hags that took this over, and you have to like. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but
That sounds
apparently you can get through this entire campaign without a single combat. That was what they said at the beginning of this book. Like
weird.
it is possible to not get into any combat.
cool. Yeah. Me and Michael periodically talk at work about the One Piece campaign and like and
I
Matt
want to play it.
Matt
I
will
wanna play
like Matt will text me about it once in a while and stuff like that and say like he's got like ideas of stuff or whatever, but we got to play on weekends because of Derek's schedule, and like Matt had his baby, so I'm trying to like I know if I texted him and was like let's play next weekend he would be down, but also at the same time I'm kind of just trying to like look, you had your baby 2 months ago, like do that for a little bit. One, so your wife doesn't get mad at you. And two, like I know you want to do that, so like I'm not trying to like intervene with that kind of time and stuff like that. So, and then Mike would have to bring his kids more than likely because he just either wouldn't have a sitter or whatever, which I don't give a fuck. His kids are pretty chill. They don't like terrorize anything. So like I told him I'll fucking put them like in that little nook or whatever where the thing is, and I'll set up a game and they can play because they play games and shit. So
yeah, I mean,
but
just give them like your N64 or something. Like they'll go ham on that.
Can't touch that shit.
Whatever.
That's expensive.
Okay, all right.
Well,
you're
okay.
right, you're
I
right.
do have a spare 64 with a second copy of Super Smash Bros. That only works like 60% of the time, and I have one
Yeah, fuck
junk ass
them kids.
controller. So I could probably, if I get it working and just leave it on when they come over, I could tell them they can take turns on that.
Hey, get out of there. Get out of there.
I would let them play like the Switch or something like that if like I had like a, I guess I do have like a not expensive controller that they could use. And I could just hook it up on like the second screen and be like, look, there you go, play Mario Kart or whatever.
I mean, Matt could always, he has a computer, and I assume he has a webcam.
Yeah, but like having more than one person on a Discord call during D&D is like not great. Like, 'cause when you're doing it, it's fine because you're the only one that we have to be like, okay, this is the grid and blah blah blah, and you're the only one who we have to like deal with when it's their turn. Like that one time, it was you and Mike. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Mike made it a little bit difficult, but it was
because I think I played once. Because it was me, Mike, and Nick all on webcam.
okay. Oh, that's right. You did play the one time on over.
And yeah, Mike kept just leaving, and
yeah, because that's right. Because Matt
that was the time
just,
he had that audio issue.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I got his computer like good now. We went to Micro Center. I just fronted him the money and bought what I needed for his computer, and I got him a new mouse. With it? He had those fans. So he had that fan hub go out, which made his front three case fans die, and I had replaced one of the fans because I had an extra fan, and I just plugged it straight into the header on the motherboard, and that's what he had. He had one fan in the middle, one fan on his CPU cooler, and then one fan as an exhaust. Is like just a straight, which it was okay, but like he was saying, like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, it would start after like an hour of playing it, it would start dropping frames, and I think he was like
throttling.
Yeah, starting to throttle. And I also found out that his GeForce experience was like auto-optimizing it for like 4K with max settings, even though his monitor is only 1440p.
Yeah.
So I disabled that and like set his settings to a good degree and like locked the FPS at a certain amount. So like he's just not gonna have problems with it, because that's not like a super easy game to run. I mean, and then I installed the fans, made sure they worked and whatever. So he got a new mouse because he really wanted a wireless one. There's nothing wrong with the SteelSeries one that he had. He just wanted a wireless mouse.
You can't go wrong with the G502.
He ended up getting one of the Red Dragon mice. It was like 20-something bucks, wireless. It's not RGB, but it lights up red.
I mean, I don't give a shit about RGB, but I mean, the G502 is like the best mouse for the price on the market.
I want the wireless one, but it's like $100. It's like 150, and I think it goes on sale to 100.
I loved my 902
because I use this mouse now, but I still want to use the G502 for certain games. Like if I ever play Fortnite again, I have to have that mouse because I have my building all on my mouse. And it's harder for me to ping because I always have my ping on my mouse.
Yeah.
And now I don't have those extra buttons.
Linus just made a video about this. Like, why is everybody buying this mouse? They basically just are like, because it's a good mouse. And it's not expensive.
Yeah. Because that was the first one, or no, that was the second one that I had, and then I got rid of that and gotten my one wireless one, which is like the 60 something, and then I got the 902, which is like 1A, 1B best mouse that I've had other than this EVGA one. They're both amazing. So.
Your EVGA one is very cool.
It's so comfortable.
I just bought this one because it's Gundam.
It looks fucking amazing. So
it does look sick. It has the front exhaust ports. It has like LEDs, and then the logo lights up.
What brand is that?
I think it's Asus.
Okay.
ROG.
Yeah.
ROG Strix Impact 2. Same that all my case stuff was.
Republic of Gamers.
Yeah, I'll buy
I hate
anything
that's what it actually stands for.
anything that has a Gundam crossover. I'm for it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
hate
fair
Asus as a company, but if like I wanted some Gundam stuff and that's how I had to get it. Well, okay,
Why are
I
we
don't
hating
hate
on Asus?
I don't hate Asus as a company. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like their RMA shit is straight up fucking dumb and like unfair as
Yeah.
fuck. From what I had to deal with Mike's 1650 that he had.
Yeah, that does suck.
What happened to his 1650?
Well, I remember when he got it, it wouldn't work. I was building it and it wouldn't wouldn't work in the computer. I mean, she can lay down. Who gives a fuck?
I mean, I don't care. I think she cared.
Oh. Just tell her to throw the blanket over her and act like she's like, I don't know,
Sleeping.
pillow. But yeah, so it didn't work on the motherboard that I was building his computer in. It didn't work on my current motherboard. It only worked on your old pre-built piece of shit motherboard.
Oh, hell yeah.
One.
Fucking coming in clutch, my dude.
So
cheapies for the win.
I ended up giving him my 2070 for his 1650, and he gave me $100. Technically, I ripped myself off, but I don't fucking care. Especially now, like he uses his computer pretty frequently now, so I mean, it's worth it. And I would much rather, like, I would have done that for like Kevin or whoever.
Any friend, yeah,
exactly. Like if you're trying to get a computer, I have a 3070. I don't need this 2070. I need a graphics card for this game, for this PC downstairs in the podcast room. That's it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I was I couldn't get it to work. I went through their RMA process. Long story short, they told me that I would have to, well, me, as in Mike, I was acting like I was Mike, would have to pay the shipping and handling both ways. And they would attempt to fix it, and if they could not fix it, they would send me a refurbished one. If they had a refurbished one in stock. Not a new one, a refurbished one.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
That's bullshit.
Well,
if
you
I
bought
buy,
it new, right?
Yeah, I buy a brand new GPU, and it is DOA, dead on arrival, then I shouldn't have to fucking get a refurbished one.
For sure.
So, but anyway, that happened.
That was
That's
like,
why you buy the Microsoft 1-year warranty or whatever. So, or the Micro Center.
Yeah,
I was like
Microsoft.
What?
Yeah, when we were up there the other day, he kept asking me if I wanted I bought like a fucking LED strip to put like under my desk or whatever. So my other one got fucked up when I was moving stuff. I bought something else, and then I bought like a cover for my VR stuff, like just like a silicone cover for my headset and my controllers that replaced the strap so I can open my hands fully without having them drop. Then I got Mike those fans and that mouse, and every fucking thing I bought, he was like, "Hey, do you want the 1-year replacement?" "No, I'm good." Next item, "Hey, do you want the 1-year replacement?" "No, I'm good." Do you want the 2-year replacement on this?" "No." "What about the 1-year replacement on it?" "No." Like legit, like 8 or 9 items that I got, every single fucking. I'm like, oh my god, bro. Like, no, I don't want it.
Trying to get that commission.
I guess, yeah.
I think they are paid on commission.
I think so.
Yeah, that's why they put the sticker
with the
on
warranties.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Like when you
The
talk
warranties
to a guy.
and the stuff. Yeah, and when they sell stuff too. Yeah.
But they had a bunch of cards. Like I told Kevin, I'm really glad I got my 3070 when I did, because like I paid $600 for mine plus tax.
MSRP.
The 3070 Ti's up there are $850.
Yeah.
And I get that's like 7 or 8% better than mine, but like I paid $250 less.
You also bought yours before the import.
Yeah, like a month before all that shit started.
You got the original MSRP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. I'm lucky that Mark accidentally ordered one.
Yeah. Well, he meant to, but then he forgot to cancel it because then he got the
that's what I meant.
3080. Yeah.
He accidentally bought it. He didn't.
And then he showed up.
Didn't mean. Hey, I'm glad.
Yeah,
Because
I mean-
otherwise, I would still have a 1080 probably.
Yeah, I was talking to Kevin. He said he paid $900 for his 6600 or 6700. I have the message. Oh wait, no, I can't. Yeah, 6700. Paid $900, which
Puppy.
that
I don't know
sucks, but
anything
it's
about
also
AMD
cool.
cards.
It's
I
like
don't
it's like
follow
the 30.
their.
It's
Like
like
a
the equivalent of
3070.
3070, but with
Yeah.
less CUDA cores or whatever they call them on AMD's side. Are they still called CUDA cores or no?
I think
Think so.
there's
I
something.
don't know.
There's something else now. I can't remember.
No, they call ray tracing is called not ray tracing.
Right,
I think
it's whatever they call
called-
it.
AM or I don't know.
Whatever. It's
Yeah,
like
It's something.
It's like the 3070 equivalent.
And they have a different like DLSS technique,
Mhm.
which actually the Switch uses now on certain, like they're putting it on. It's called AMD Super Resolution, and they're using it on.
So Switch's
their
GPU has the capabilities for it or whatever.
Well, that's the thing about AMD's technology. It can be used on any GPU. The Switch
Uh-huh.
actually has an NVIDIA GPU in it. It's a Tegra 1. It's like a mobile GPU. They used it for like their NVIDIA TVs.
Ah, okay.
It's the same graphics in the Switch, but yeah, they're using that on their Switch Sports title. Did you guys see that? They're coming out with that. It's basically Wii Sports on the Switch.
That's cool.
Okay,
It's probably
alright,
$60
I'll
and
take
it's only worth 40, but that's cool.
It's $40.
It
What?
prob-
Holy
be
shit!
good.
That's
Yeah.
all right. Fair. Fair is fair.
$40, and they're like putting out a bunch of free updates for it too as it goes. I
Good
mean,
for
obviously
Nintendo.
that's just to keep the longevity of it, but
Mhm.
Listen, everybody played Wii Sports for golf and bowling, and I don't know how you're gonna.
Boxing
do golf
was
and
cool,
bowling
too.
on that.
bowling's
Boxing was.
exactly the same as it would be on the Wii.
What do you mean?
It's basically a Wiimote, it just
Yeah.
doesn't have the bar,
Oh.
the sensor,
I forgot they have the motion.
Joy-Cons.
You just hold your
Anyway.
Switch and you're like.
That's what I was picturing. Yeah, that's what I,
Yeah, no,
they had. You forget, I don't have a Switch.
These things exist. Joy-Con.
Those are dope as
Like how you have the
fuck.
box
They
just
are.
sitting there.
The-
Like,
Are they
I
in
haven't
the box?
opened them yet.
oh, okay.
Oh,
I have so many Joy-Con. I didn't have any reason to open them, but I had to buy these. I literally, because
Absolutely.
I tried to pre-order these and they sold out immediately.
hmm
And I was just in Walmart randomly and they had them. I'm like, I'm buying them.
yes.
Nice.
So yeah,
Don't-
they've just been
don't even
sitting on my
open them.
shelf.
Where-
I might not.
Where do they keep the fucking trading cards at Walmart now?
There's it's in the similar space. It's like past the self checkout, and there's a glass case.
I was like,
You
I
have
was
to,
up
you
there
have
like
to get somebody to open it for
that's
you.
I mean, I get it, but it's dumb. I get
It's
why.
just because of you Pokemon fucking nerds.
But because I was up there like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and I was like, hey, I'll see if they got like Digimon packs. Maybe I'll buy like one pack or something like that. And I'm like walking around, dude. I'm like, I can't find them anywhere. I went back to the electronics. I didn't know that there was a case or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like a
so-
little cove that has a bunch of random shit, and then the cards.
Gotcha.
They haven't really had any Digimon cards lately.
Yeah, I
they had
didn't-
they had those starter decks, but that's about it.
I didn't expect them to have any. I was just gonna look.
Well, when BT7 came out, the Double Diamond set,
Yeah.
they had packs there. I bought all that
Okay.
they had, but
I
was
have
only
been
8.
a good boy, and I haven't bought trading cards since the last time I bought an entire booster box.
So last time we were in Columbus.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, someone was out, like-
6 months ago, something like that. 8 months
Something
ago.
that,
We
something
came down
like
in
that.
was it the
I
spring or
cannot
early
say
summer?
that. It was
I don't even remember.
No, it was
Honestly.
definitely summer because that was when we got rained
it was summer.
on.
It was hot as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was when we
So
walked.
maybe like
We
June.
walked a half of a mile.
Yeah, I can't say
What was
that.
it, get
Wow.
ice cream and then you got poured on.
Yeah,
we got like
got
lunch.
food. Yeah, we went and got food, and then we went to like all those hobby stores.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
When we were
bought
in
a
the last
Gundam.
one, we were like,
I
let's
still
think it might
haven't
rain.
built.
Then it did.
And then it did.
We were fucking soaked, dude. Like, I was wearing Kevin's basketball shorts.
I bought this Gundam that I haven't built.
Fair.
I don't have the patience for that. That's why I had you and Ricky build the ones that I have.
See, I don't either, apparently, because I haven't built one in like a couple years.
I can go spend like 14 hours in my basement building like some random thing out of wood. When it comes to tiny pieces of plastic, I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I have 4 Gunpla to build right now.
I was at like a craft store, I think it was like Michael's or some shit, with Olivia, and they had like these. They're kind of like those model kits, but it was like a mechanical box, like a jewelry box thing.
Okay.
Like when you open the lid, it like has drawers that like fold out of it, and the bottom slides out. It's really fucking cool, but it's all made of wood. And,
Yeah.
like I spent like 3 hours putting it together as soon as I bought it. I don't have it here.
How big is it?
It's like I don't know. It's like
the size of a book?
4
yeah,
by 4?
about like 8 inches by like 6 inches.
Okay.
It's like
pretty
about
big.
big.
Nice.
You guys see that Mario Kart 9's never coming out?
Never coming out? Why? What?
Well, they instead of announcing Mario Kart 9, they announced the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC pass.
Oh, dope.
And it's coming out with like 48 tracks.
That's cool.
So it's basically a new game, but not a new game.
That's cool. I don't mind that. I'm glad they're... So I would almost prefer this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I agree.
I've had Mario Kart 8 since 2012.
Yeah.
Or 13. So
but at least you don't have to like go back through and fucking like re-unlock random shit that you've had or like, and they are adding tracks. So are they gonna add carts?
I don't know.
Do they need more
probably
carts?
Gonna add like, yeah, for sure.
What'd you say, Nick?
Do they need more carts?
Yeah,
honestly.
Sure. I mean, I don't know.
Look, if they added like
that scroll selection of carts,
if they added like 2 bodies, 2 sets of wheels, and 2 more like parachute things, I'd be like, okay, it's something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to mention that they're only remastered courses.
Oh,
I don't mind that either.
I'm fine with
How
that.
much is it though?
I
20
love
bucks?
the old N64. No, it's at least 50.
No way. My bet's on 20.
25.
All right.
Is it a monthly subscription?
You can get it with the Mario or the Nintendo Online Plus.
That's cool.
So it comes free with that if you buy if you get the N64 games or whatever, and like that upgraded one.
I feel like that's probably what they're going to do with some games now is like when they come out with DLC, it just be like, look, if you have that premium whatever plus subscription, then we'll give it to you for like the super mainline stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's cool. It makes it more worthwhile in the beginning, but then as you go, like it would have probably been cheaper to just buy that pass. Well,
yeah, for sure.
Depending.
Yeah. So if you didn't hear about that, then did you even hear about the big news?
Me? Probably not. I haven't fucking looked up anything.
Xenoblade 3 announced.
Ooh.
It looks sick as hell. Like it looks like they combined the first one and the second one.
They have like a teaser or something?
Yeah, they have a trailer, yeah. It looks like, yeah, basically they combined the first one and the second one, and I think they are actually like intertwining the stories of the first two to make it like cohesive, because
that's cool.
They didn't fucking intertwine at all. Though you still need to play through the first one. The ending of the first one is like the biggest kind of like, holy shit, what did I just... What is this?
Once I put down... Well, okay, so I'm just playing Cyberpunk whenever the fuck I want. I really don't even give a shit about the fucking main story. I'm playing it, but like, I mostly just wanted to play a new open world kind of game like that. But
yeah,
there's another game. I don't remember. My brain's not working, and I don't remember what game it is. There was a game that I started that I still need to beat. Once I beat that,
Fallen Order?
No, I don't give a fuck about that. Honestly, I got like A little over halfway done with that game. Like I'm like 9 hours in or something like that, and everything I read was like it was between 13 and 17 hours to beat the story or whatever. So I'll finish that whenever the fuck I want. Fuck, dude, what game was it that I was playing? Oh, Mass Effect. I want to finish the first Mass Effect.
Again.
I've never played it.
I thought you like played the fuck out of all of those Mass Effect games.
No, I bought them when Kevin sold his 360, and I played the first one for like maybe an hour and a half, and then I never played it again. I own them. I own the physical games for 360, but so yeah, once I beat Mass Effect, which I'm like mainlining the fuck out of, I haven't done a single side mission, so I'll probably jump into that.
Yeah, I mean, they also like that Nintendo Direct they did was pretty good. I mean, they did the Switch Sports thing, the Xenoblade 3, and they're coming out with a new Mario Strikers. If anybody cares about that, I don't, but I know a lot of people do.
Strikers?
Soccer, football, soccer game.
Whatever. I'd rather play Mario Tennis, and I don't even care about Mario Tennis. So
yeah, I didn't even buy Mario Tennis, but
like it's cool. It's probably like it's fun to play. The couple times I have played it for sure. But
yeah, I played the fuck out of the demo, and then I just never bought the game.
Yeah, I don't feel like those are the kinds of games where I don't think 60 is justified.
Yeah,
especially for people like us who like do have fun playing those kinds of games, but we don't like sit there
a ton of time. Yeah,
right. Like if we're gonna play it for 10 hours total, why would I spend $60? Anyway, I got this trailer pulled up. I'm gonna let it play real quick and just kind of see what's going on with it. Turn this volume down. Should be loud enough.
I should have pulled it up.
You can just look at it on Twitch.
Fighting in order to live.
Right, yeah, I don't know. Guy playing a flute.
Living to fight.
I don't know what's up with the flutes, but besides for that, it looks sick.
It's a cool looking flute, man.
It is.
It's a stick flute.
Ionios.
Okay.
He's shredding.
What would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because
clearly don't have the Japanese voices right now. Oh.
I knew it. I saw.
I've never played any of these games.
And a big hammer. More
well,
flutes?
None of these characters. Most of the characters don't. In fact, none of the characters are reoccurring. So.
Watch, the flute's like a dimensional portal, and that's how the first and second game are linked. You have to play your flute to open the dimensional portal.
Pierced by a great sword.
I wish they would release these on. I know they're not ever going to, but if they release these on PC and I could run these at like, I don't have a 4K monitor, but if you could run this game at 4K, like with everything, it would probably look so beautiful.
God, I was the only reason I was disappointed by this is this means they're not remaking Xenoblade Chronicles X. And I want that game so bad.
Unless they do what they did with 1 and just send out a remaster for like funding of this game.
Are we just not gonna talk about these like orange and purple blobs that were just chilling?
Oh, those are called
Napons.
Yeah.
What the
they're like just a species of thing.
Yeah, they're a race of
I've never played this thing.
It's a fun game.
the only thing that's reoccurring is the races.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like chocobos and
no,
not quite. No,
they have like their own. They're like Native Americans in cowboy days.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna do with the blades system. Are they gonna? Do you think they're gonna go with how 1s worked, how 2s worked, or do you think they're gonna mix them?
I don't think they're gonna do with what 2s did. I think it's gonna be more like 1 where it's just every character is a character and they have a weapon. Because did they even have ranged weapons in the second one? I didn't play.
Yeah, they had like the one chick, she could throw her like rings and stuff like that.
Okay, well they have like guns in the first one.
Okay,
they have like
I don't know.
sniper rifles.
I loved that level of customization in the second one. That was like the highlight of the game for me. It was like collecting those blades, and then each blade had their own personality and their own like spirit or whatever that would come out of the blade. And then you could like go and find like certain vantage points around the map, and you could have like like
Yeah,
a
that's
bonding
the heart to
thing.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, that was like one of my favorite parts of the second game.
Well, that's what I mean. That like heart to heart aspect isn't all of them.
Yeah. But
You
like
like
specifically
character
for the blade
relations.
thing, just because I cared more about the blades than I did actual characters. I was
Weirdo.
like, bro, you're a weapon, and you used to be a super badass person. That's dope. That and like it would change the actual weapon for you like all the time, and you could have, was it 3? I think 3 equipped at one time, so you could like quick cycle them in combat.
The reason you like that aspect so much is the reason I like X so much is because they had giant robots. So
Okay.
you would just get mechs and you could customize the hell out of them, and like they were sick.
So like a similar thing, but with mechs instead of.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if like your mech got destroyed, you had to like eject out of it, and then you'd be a person.
Would your mech like just be exploded? Like you're done with it, you can't fix it, or was it like?
I don't believe so. I think you could repair it.
Okay.
I think you would. Yeah, you'd have to repair it.
There was this game on like PlayStation 2 that was like a Twisted Metal type game, but you had like giant mechs, and I wish I could remember the name of it.
It was
I'm gonna
like
have to-
Twisted Metal, but you had giant
Yeah.
mechs.
like how it's like an arena.
Armored Core.
Armored Core.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. It's
okay.
like,
Armored
7 of 'em.
Core.
or more.
See? Josh knew exactly what I was talking about. These games.
Talk about giant mechs, and I'll at least know about it.
Yeah.
I might not have extensive knowledge, but I'll know it exists.
I think I played like whatever one was on. Was there one on PS1?
Yeah, there was.
Okay, that was the one I played. It's the only one I've ever played. Never played any other one, but I
think
played
the
the
first-
one on PS1.
I think the first 3 were on PS1.
Okay.
Damn. There was one that just came out in 2013. Almost a decade ago.
Probably
but,
5.
it's like-
They started getting pretty bad and not selling well, so they stopped making them.
yeah.
But like some of the people that worked on the Armored Core games are some of the people that worked on that.
Daemon Ex Machina, right?
Yeah.
I remember Armored Core 2. That was the one I played the fuck out of.
See, I played the one on the PSP the most, and it was like a weird sports game. Like you had a sports team, and
Of mechs.
yeah, and you had to go through the championship.
Okay.
I think most of them are like actual war type, but like this one, it was like a spin-off on the
Okay.
PSP, and you would have to be like win the championship. That was your goal of your organization thing.
It's like Blitzball in Final Fantasy X.
Kind of, except the whole game was about it.
Blitzball was trash in Final Fantasy X.
And
It
I
was
would always
so hard to play.
Oh, really?
It's just like the I don't know if it was the swing mechanic mixed with how you hit the ball or what, but like I could never fucking actually play it well. I tried. Just never did.
Damn.
But yeah, I don't even really remember much about Armored Core other than like it's mechs and you're fighting.
Yeah, I wish I would have played some of them more, but yeah, because that direct showed off a bunch of other stuff too. Like, have you seen the new Kirby game?
They just announced it.
It's pretty recent, yeah, like a couple months ago, and it's coming out next month.
Maybe. What's it called?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And it's like it's basically Mario Odyssey, but Kirby instead.
Is that where I keep seeing this fucking image of Kirby wrapped around
Sucking
a car?
up a car? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. It actually looks like a pretty good game.
I'm just gonna play the announcement trailer really quick because I have not watched the announcement trailer. Should we wait for Nick?
I'm here.
Okay.
I had to go to the banyo.
Okay. Watching the new Kirby trailer.
Kirby?
Mostly new, not completely new.
Well, it's not
footage.
even out yet, so it's pretty new.
Game footage not final. It's definitely an interesting aesthetic. It looks like Mario. Well, I would say it looks a little less realistic than Mario Odyssey, but I've never played Mario Odyssey, so.
I mean, Mario Odyssey depends on the land because there are different lands.
Ah, okay. So it's like
some of them
Kingdom Hearts
look-
aesthetic.
Kinda, yeah.
Mm. It reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine, personally.
Get up, Kirby.
Kirby 64 was so goddamn good, though.
Kirby 64 was amazing, dude. I don't think it was called Kirby 64 though. It was called Kirby.
Dreamland or something?
Was it Dreamland or something about shards? The magical shard? I don't remember.
The crystal shards.
Crystal shards. Yes.
I think
I've
Dreamland
always called it
was
Mario or Kirby 64.
NES, I mean.
I think so. I think you're right, Josh. What the hell? Little
No, that was
duckies
a-
and a fox boy?
Dreamland was Game Boy.
Game Boy.
And this
Way
looks
off.
dope.
Yeah, this
It
does
does
look
look
fucking
sick.
cool.
Like, I think it looks like one of, like, a really good Kirby game.
Yeah.
Like, looks...
Because
Yeah.
apparently the last one that came out really wasn't good. The multiplayer type one.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that was just like a spin-off type thing.
Yeah.
I think.
But they
I think
wanted
we're talking about
$60
the
for it, which was what's the crime.
same. Yeah, I was thinking of a different one. No, you're right. Because, I mean, some of the 3DS ones were apparently really good, like Kirby's Super Robot Kirby or whatever.
Okay.
You got like a giant mech.
Dude, this fucking
Apparently-
giant gorilla looks dope.
Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna buy that. I'm just gonna say right now.
Comes out in like less than a month, I'm pretty sure.
I might not buy it right when it first comes out, but I'm gonna buy it. It looks cool.
It definitely does. If I had a Switch, I'd probably not buy it.
When
What's
they
the
announced
last Yoshi game they came out with?
I think the Yoshi's Epic Yarn,
Oh, that's right.
because it was a Wii U game and then they re-released it on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what about what people really want? It's a Luigi's Mansion game.
That came out.
Luigi Mansion 3 just came out like
a year or
the
two
beginning
ago.
of this.
I want
it's like
4.
it's been like 3 years, I think.
Okay.
Maybe it's only been 2. I don't know.
You know, it was really good. The Luigi's Mansion game and fucking Dave and Buster's in Tennessee with me and Kevin played. That was so fun. 2-player Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, and then they announced another Fire Emblem game, but it was another Fire Emblem Warriors. So like Dynasty Warriors,
Oh, okay.
except it's all the characters from the Three Houses game, the most recent traditional Fire Emblem game.
Gotcha. I haven't played that still yet either. I want to, but it's not like a top priority. I like Fire Emblem. I don't love Fire Emblem. But like,
Yeah,
if I went up to GameStop or something and they were like, "Yo, we got a used copy and it's randomly on sale for like $20 or $25," I'd probably pick it up. But
right.
that's
I've
the only
always
thing I still
enjoyed
need
the
to play.
Dynasty Warrior games.
I still need to play Breath of the Wild because I own it. So, well, I got it like a year ago for cheap.
Yeah, it's
Now that the second one's coming out next year.
I don't give a
wow.
shit. I'll play
Who
it
knows when it's
whenever.
coming out?
Right,
Yeah,
it's true.
that's true.
How long ago was it announced now?
Like 2 years ago.
Same with The Witcher 4.
Oh yeah. Didn't that new season come out on Netflix a couple months ago, like 2 months ago?
Yeah, that came out in like December.
Probably
I
like
wanna say?
I think it was
Like 3
before
months ago?
that.
November maybe. I don't remember it, but it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
It's a good time to get into the show if you haven't yet.
Still have not watched it.
Did you watch the animated movie?
Yeah, The Nightmare of the Wolf.
I did not. I didn't even know it existed until I watched
Oh, it's good. It's
The Witcher.
made by the people who did
Season 2.
Castlevania.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's that exact animation style. So like,
Is that
I mean-
Netflix as well?
yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Either of you guys
yeah.
ever start Loki or whatever since the last time we talked about it?
I don't
Nope.
have Disney Plus.
Good. I'm trying to watch Hawkeye, but it's just I don't know if it's because I just came off of Loki and then started watching Hawkeye, but it's not nearly as good. It's still good.
Yeah.
Like I got through the first 3 episodes, but I don't know.
Oh, if we're talking
you
about
got
movies
through
and
the first 3
TV.
episodes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
If you had to say that.
Well, okay, so the first episode is pretty good. The second episode is like slightly better than the first, but then the third episode, I guess like
Made you stop watching?
I can tell you why it slightly lost my interest, but it's a small spoiler, I guess. So I don't know, like.
I mean, I'm never gonna watch it, so I don't
All right,
really care.
spoiler alert
But
for
Not
anybody
either.
who could potentially watch this in the future. So the main like bad person or whatever, like the bad guy, it's a girl, but she is a deaf Hispanic chick who has a prosthetic leg. And she's like a super badass and all this and that. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on like handicapped people, but if you expect me to believe that a Hispanic chick with a prosthetic leg is gonna beat Hawkeye's ass for a couple minutes, you got me fucked up.
I mean,
She don't have superpowers.
I was gonna
No,
say, does she not have superpowers?
She's
just
like, it's not even close to like the Daredevil thing, but it's the only thing to compare it to is because she's deaf, she's learned to like
Enhance her other senses.
work well with other things, right? Like
she's deaf and she has a prosthetic leg.
It's not bad writing, it's just weird.
And then don't
I-
watch Ranking of Kings then,
What's
I don't know
that?
what that is.
because he's a deaf and mute. He's a giant, but he's tiny. He's like a toddler almost sized because he's cursed. But then he becomes like the strongest.
See, it's not even the deaf
Person.
part. Like, I don't care that she's
Yeah,
deaf.
I was gonna say
It's the
deaf part
prosthetic leg
isn't-
thing. Like if you
But,
think
I
you're
mean,
gonna
I will
overpower
say-
like Hawkeye with your prosthetic leg,
Listen, there's people who shoot
but it
bows and arrows with their feet. So
It's
like
also-
people can learn how to do a lot of crazy shit.
I was about to say it's also Marvel, so like, who knows? They on that episode they didn't fully explain it. She might have like a cybernetic leg, I don't know, but the way they made it, the way they showed her flashbacks, it was literally just like one of those prosthetic ones with like the springy like shin or whatever
foot
you want to call it.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, because like her flashbacks were like, her like doing MMA fighting against dudes.
Well, that was before she got her awesome cybernetic leg.
Yeah, and
Maybe.
then she's got a cannon in her leg, like that chick
Yeah.
from Full Metal Alchemist. Surprise!
Yeah, like I didn't hate it. It's just it was a little like far fetched, I guess. I don't know. If she would have had a
could always
straight up,
have a
if she would have had a
soldier leg.
yeah, like I said, if she would have had a straight up like cybernetic leg, I'd have been like, okay, yeah, for sure. But
I don't know.
my judgment is not closed on it. I will finish it. It just that like de-immersed me a little bit.
It's like the thing I have with The Quiet Place. Like,
I never watched that.
listen,
You can spoil it. I don't fucking care.
Quiet.
okay,
Place.
so like, have you either of you seen it?
What is that one?
I know the premise
It's
of it.
the
but
one with John Krasinski from The Office.
like aliens and their hearing is like super in tuned, and if you like
Yeah,
I saw the
yeah.
first one.
you breathe hard,
Yeah.
they hear you or something like that.
Yeah, so like
Have
they
you seen the
cue in
second
on
one?
the loudest sound around them is like how they explain it in the
Say that again.
movie. They like can hear the loudest thing around them. You know what I mean?
And they
Like,
focus on it.
and they focus on that.
Okay.
So like if you're in like a dead silent room or something in a basement, like couldn't they just hear the blood in your veins? They could just hear your heartbeat. Like
That way, so
Is it
that's legit
is it-
how that works. They only hear. They're like a T-Rex. They only hear the loudest thing. Just how
Well,
a
I
T-Rex.
mean,
like,
it's
well,
not
it's
not like
fake,
they
but
only hear the loudest thing, but like
they
that's
hyper
like,
focus.
They kind
it.
of they focus
hyper-focus.
on the
Okay,
loudest thing. Yeah.
okay. I was about to say, because if they only hear the loudest thing, I'm gonna run around with like a bag of rocks, just like pinging them off of metal shit to like get them like go over there.
Did you watch the second one, Nick?
oh man. I can't hear anything.
Hello?
Hello?
Did his headset die?
Maybe. Well, we can hear him.
Yeah, that's true. We can hear
I'm
him.
gonna leave the call and come back in.
Okay.
Did he mute us?
I don't know. This man has more problem. It might be his internet, for all I know.
Hello. Can you hear us now?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Nope.
Well.
I still can't hear anything.
Well, we can hear you. Get this figured out here in a minute. He says, hold on.
Yeah, I was trying to make him check his output in Discord just to double check and see if it got switched randomly because Discord sucks.
Yeah, Discord does that shit randomly all the time. I think he thinks maybe his headset was low, which
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe if it gets really low, your mic still works, but you don't hear anything. I don't fucking know. But
That would be weird, but
we have the same
Hello?
headset, and
it's also
can you hear us?
potential.
What?
Hello. Oh, did he rotate? Did you rotate the back?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I
You just turned the volume down?
Well, no,
Oh
no.
my
So there's
it must have been my wall.
there's two dials on this headset. One is the volume, and the other one you can it go between desktop
the
volume
computer,
or chat
yeah.
volume. Yeah.
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 Okay, so that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah. Check
Anyway.
your output in Discord. Okay. Yep. What were we talking about?
You're talking about the Quiet Place.
I was asking if you saw the second one.
Oh yes. No.
Oh man.
I think I started.
That's such an aggressive answer.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I started
I
watching
didn't watch
it
that.
and immediately fell asleep.
Oh damn.
Oh shit.
Boring.
Yeah.
Did you watch the second one, Josh?
No.
Okay. Nick, Mike was trying to tell me that we made him watch this scary movie years ago, and literally, I don't remember.
Yes.
I don't remember.
We did.
I don't even he said it was before we even lived at the apartment or anything. Fucking
Yeah,
what
because
was
it was in your parents' basement.
What was it called?
I think it was called Hell House or something like that.
So it's
Because he was talking
shitty
about it the other
movie?
day, and he named it, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, because we were talking about some random actor, and he brought it up, and I was like, bro, I don't even remember that. And he's like, we watched it at your house. You and Nick maybe watch it, and I was like, I don't even know that movie, so I don't know.
Yes, we absolutely were like, hey, Mike, we're gonna watch a horror movie with you right now.
You just blocked it out of your memory.
I think he might be mixing up what movie. I believe I know we've watched we've made Mike watch 2 or 3 horror movies, but I think Mike might be mixing up the movie that it actually was.
I remember the plot of it broadly, but it's like every other horror movie. Honestly.
Dude, I'm about to call this dude and get the answer, figure this out.
Call him.
I'm going to.
It's about a bunch of teenagers who are like, oh, this house is haunted. You won't stay in here overnight.
Right.
And then they do, and the house is haunted.
Wow. Sounds like a very
Very
interesting movie.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that they announced a BioShock film for Netflix?
That's
Nice.
dope.
Hopefully it's good.
Uncharted just came out.
Oh yeah, I want to go see that. It actually looks cool.
Yeah, I thought that
then,
would be cool too.
The new Batman comes out in March, March 3rd or
I
something.
don't give a fuck about Robert Pattinson.
Hmm.
I just don't think he would. I don't think
People are
it's,
still gonna go see it. People are still
I'm
gonna go
sure.
see it, even if it's Robert Pattinson.
it might be okay. I don't know, but I know I didn't really care for the suit. I don't give a shit about Batman to begin with. Batman's cool. I'm not gonna shit on Batman or anything like that, but I don't really fucking care about Batman. The suit
I
just
do
didn't look that
enjoy-
good.
I enjoy the fuck you factor from Ben Affleck. He's like, I'm gonna have you guys set up an entire canon in the Justice League movies, and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
and make you
I'm
start
gonna be
over.
in 3 movies and then I'm out.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he quit? They
He was
tried
like, yeah,
to
I
get
don't
him
wanna
back.
be
yeah,
Batman
yeah,
anymore.
he's like, I don't want to.
Just how Henry Cavill was like, I don't want to be Superman anymore.
Well, at
Oh,
least
did he
it
do
wasn't.
that?
He said that
only-
2 years ago. Yeah, he was like,
I didn't.
He's like, after the Justice League film, he was saying something about, he's like, I just don't really I saw. Don't quote me. I'm gonna try to find it. But I think he said something about he lost his passion for the role or something like that.
It's probably because he got cast as the Witcher, and he's like, "Oh fuck yes, I love this. I love this book series. I love these games. This is gonna be dope."
I don't even know. I haven't seen any of the Batman or Supermans or Batmans, so I don't even know.
The headline, I'll click on it in a second, but Henry Cavill confirms he's no longer playing Superman. September 17th, 2018, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me click on this and actually look into it now. Henry Cavill's days as the Man of Steel are officially over, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The news comes amid a few big shakeups in Warner Brothers' DC Cinematic Universe, which recently saw the departure of Ben Affleck, who appeared in Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. Let's see here. The reason for the 35-year-old British star's exit is reportedly due to a breakdown of contract negotiations between Cavill's representatives and Warner Bros., who were trying to enlist him for a cameo in the upcoming DC superhero comedy Shazam. Let's see here. Netflix, The Witcher is another factor. And that another solo Superman movie would not happen for some time. And here's a quote. Superman is like James Bond, and after a certain run, you have to look at new actors.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but Sean Connery was James Bond for like 15 fucking years or something.
And that's the gist of the article. Everything else is just like stupid news reporter like, this is what Superman's plot was in the first movie. I hate when they do that for filler.
I know the actor, after The Witcher came out, he like live streamed himself building a PC on Instagram for some reason. He wasn't doing very poorly at it.
There's like that famous story that he was late to the Superman audition because he was raiding on WoW.
I mean,
fair. He almost completely missed the audition to be Superman because he was playing WoW.
Huh. That's weird. Did not hear that one.
Yeah, it's like the biggest, like, the most well-known story about him or whatever.
He's super into Warhammer too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Warhammer seems cool.
Yeah, but it's like D&D to the next level.
Oh, it's like
to the nth degree.
Yeah, exactly. That and like those minis are expensive. They're not like $3 for one.
Yeah, but and you still have to paint them all yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh. They are very expensive too. Like hundreds of dollars for a set for an army.
Yeah, this kid I used to go to school with when I was at Margaret Christian Academy for those 2 years or whatever. The one dude, I'm friends with him on Facebook or whatever, but he's really into Warhammer, and he's got like a whole goddamn room dedicated to it. It's fucking wild. So
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll see like his Facebook pictures, and it'll just be like in the background, it'll be like a picture of just him, and then in the background you'll just see like this like entire fucking thing, like how my figures are. Imagine it only being Warhammer. That's
people
just
are
little
crazy.
teeny tiny Warhammer.
Yeah,
miniatures.
everywhere.
Dude, did you see Tommy? He posted a picture of the campaign he was running. He ran
Tommy.
What was the campaign? Tommy Callahan.
Oh,
I don't know if you're friends with him.
I think I am, but like I don't interact with him enough for him to ever show up on my Facebook.
Well, he was running the same campaign that we were doing, and he fully bought like a Tiamat miniature, and that thing is like $150.
Jesus, that's wild.
Like, yeah, I'm like, why would you buy that for one campaign?
I mean, you could use it for.
I mean,
you
it looks
want.
really dope.
If you have a gargantuan anything, you could be like, here it is, like.
Yeah. It's Tiamat. It's always Tiamat.
Yeah, you probably just wanted it too.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. Because I've seen like
slick looking figure.
Yeah, I've seen like Tiamat, like 3D printed ones on like Etsy and stuff like that. You can get for like $40, unpainted, obviously, and stuff like that. So I can imagine like an actual production one being like over $100 and something bucks.
I think a lot the Tiamats I've seen have all been like pre-painted and stuff too.
Mm. Well,
Weird.
you guys got anything else?
I don't really think so.
Yeah, they're shutting down Nintendo's shutting down the 3DS and the Wii U stores next year.
Why?
The Wii U one, I get it. Kind of, mostly. I mostly get it. The 3DS one, why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
'Cause,
I don't know. It's weird. The thing that sucks about the Wii U one is there's a lot of like retro games on there that you can't get anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to.
And-
Can you get Pokemon Crystal or Gold and Silver on the 3DS? I know you can get Yellow.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to buy it
I'm
then
pretty
because
sure.
I want a digital copy.
And that's the other thing. There's like a ton of stuff on the 3DS that you you're not going to be able to get anymore either. There's like a lot of good games on there.
I don't want to like go into a rant, but I just don't understand how Nintendo came out with the Switch, which is like the ultimate crossover console, right? Like between handheld and like
Constant regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't fucking put on like all you have to do, and like again, not a fucking coder. I don't know how easy it is, but those games, those classic games, like the classic Pokemon games and stuff like that, that were on old handhelds, just put them on the fucking store for like $15. You know you're gonna make money.
And that is actually easy because most of the time it's just emulation. So
Yeah.
they literally put the game in an emulator and they sell it, and that's it.
So just like put that shit on the fucking eShop because people are gonna buy it, and you're gonna make money off of it. So I don't understand why you're not. Like I don't know.
They're saving it for their online service, okay? And they'll come out with it once the Switch life is over.
Also, this is just a side note, but I am absolutely done with Pokemon games not putting Feraligatr in any of them. I'm so mad about it. It's not, dude. He's in Gen 2 because that's what he's in, and then he's in Gen 4 and the fucking Gen 3 remake. Those are the only 3 fucking games he's in, and it makes me mad.
It's your favorite Pokemon.
Sad days.
Yeah. Look, this is just my opinion. Every Pokemon game that comes out should have a certain way of getting all past starters.
I was gonna say, yeah, they should at least have all of the starters from the previous games.
That would be
Like,
cool, but
make it hard
they
to
don't
do.
care.
I don't care. Make it be like, look, you got to beat the entire Elite Four with just Beedrill. I'll be like, bitch, if that's how I get Totodile, I'm gonna fucking do it.
just Beedrill. What a random.
No, it's what's the Cocoon one? Metapod.
Metapod. I'll do it with Metapod, dude.
Do it with a Metapod.
Harden.
You can teach
Harden.
you can teach Metapod tackle and something else.
I think it's like Leaf Cut or something.
No, I think it's maybe.
I mean, you can.
Is it Stun Spore? I don't remember. But
I'm sure you can teach him like any leaf move. You just have to get the TM or HM or whatever it is.
I don't remember. Probably in the new ones for sure. Old ones it was harder, obviously, but
all of my Pokemon knowledge comes from Gen 1 and 2.
dude, I do have this. I downloaded one of the emulators on my phone or whatever, and I've been playing this ROM hack. It's Pokemon Prism. It's got Gen 1 through 4, and it's the style of Gen 2. And it's like the story, someone remade like the story as their own, and you start out with a, it's cool as fuck. Because the one dude I work with, he was playing it one day when we were driving back, and I was like, he threw the Pokeball out, and he looked like Vegeta, and I was like, bro, what are you playing? I'm like, was that Vegeta? He's like, no, that was just like one of the sprites that I chose. Or I'm like, what Pokemon game is? I'm like, I know it's a hack, but like, what game is this? He's like, it's called Prism, and this and that. He told me about it, so I got it just so like I could play it on my phone or whatever. But
oh, it's Uranium. There's another one that's supposed to be pretty good. It's going to be harder to find, I think, because I think it got shut down. But it's called Pokemon Uranium, maybe. I think that's it. And it's like its own story, and they like added new Pokemon and stuff.
Nice.
And I think it looks pretty sick. They added a nuclear type.
They just can't market it as a Pokemon game, and then I mean, I assume they can't.
It's a ROM hack, so they take like whatever the base game file is, and then they edit it. So like the one that I'm talking about, they took Pokemon Crystal,
Yeah.
and then they basically went into the coding and just like recoded a lot of the game, and then added like Pokemon from the other 2 generations into it, and then they changed the story, and like it's kind of like,
So it's not the same game anymore, but because they use that base code.
yes, they have that game's like graphics, they have that game's like sounds and stuff like that, they have that game's music, all that kind of shit. It's kind of like how people take RPG Maker and like make their own thing, but people are taking Pokemon as like a basis and then turning it into whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
This just reminded me that we should buy that tabletop emulator game on Steam.
Yes.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
It was on sale one time, and then I didn't have the money the one time to buy it, so I have it on my wish list. I'm almost positive, but
yeah, I feel like it's only ever gone to $10, and it's not a bad deal for it.
That's not a bad price. How much is it right now?
I think it's 25.
It's normally 20, but
okay.
Steam.
But yeah, so it's almost confirmed that there's going to be a GoldenEye 007 remake.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, or is it remaster? The rumor I heard was remaster.
It's kind of like Halo, like the Halo one, where you can switch between the old and the new graphics.
So they're gonna do the.
But it's like really like up, like it's really modern. Apparently, I don't know. Obviously, nobody's seen it or anything, but they accidentally leaked a bunch of achievements for 007 on Xbox, and there's like people in the industry have rumors around it.
Hopefully, they don't fuck it up. Like I've said before, I thought if they remade the entire game, I didn't know how it would be perceived if they did a remaster and added online. That I thought people would accept it more, or whatever, however you want to say that.
Yeah, I don't know. For so far, nobody specifically knows or is telling, so I guess we'll just have to see. Apparently, it's supposed to be announced at any point, like very soon.
That's cool. I mean, definitely interesting. So, I played it for sure, but I was never as into it as other people. But it was definitely fun. I never owned it. That's why.
Big head mode with paintball on.
I would play it when I would go to like Evan's mom's house or like someone else's house who owned it, because I never owned it, but yeah.
Played it a lot. Got to put all those cheats on.
I played Duke
Infinite
Nukem
ammo.
Duke Nukem fucking split screen.
I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
Oh yeah, so you know how Battlefield sucked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, EA literally they put part of the blame on Halo for that.
What?
They said Halo is too good of a game. It came out too well. There weren't any glitches with Halo, so it made Battlefield look really bad. That's one of the reasons that Battlefield did so poor.
Hey EA, watch this podcast and listen to me.
Just make a fucking
You're a
game.
trash company.
Yeah, I didn't know this, but apparently there was no scoreboard when that game came out.
Yeah, yep.
What the fuck?
Well,
how do you know how to scoreboard in your game?
Because it would show. What did Angry Joe say? It would show like I think it would show your kills, but it wouldn't show your deaths, your assists, your points, whatever. It would only show one stat or something like that. And then I guess it wouldn't even display other people's. It would be like, you have 12 kills.
Just how do you blame another game for your game doing poorly
What
when your game's not made correct?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was insane. Yeah.
Oh, me and Mike found a way to level our classes pretty quickly so that when we play real people online, we'll at least have our cards leveled up some. You play the fucking co-op missions.
Oh, it increases your online stats?
Your class stats, like your like assault class or whatever, you can gain levels through that. So you're playing, it's you and 3 other real people with a bunch of AI NPCs or whatever versus like a bunch of like, it's like the rush game mode where like you're either attacking or defending.
So it is kind of like what they did with the old games where you could play against just CPUs.
Yep, but it's 4 people. You can have up to 4 people. So you can have a party of 4 people, or like me and Mike, it'll just be me and him, and then it'll find 2 random people. So
That's cool.
yeah, like we were playing it, and like, you know, we were getting to like 1, level up our classes and stuff like that, and 2, it's not that serious. So like,
Yeah,
you don't have
more fun.
You don't have 40 fucking people running at you with max everything.
Right, die every time you spawn since you haven't played the game.
So what I was doing was I was like, I don't care how many points I get. I'm not playing as any special characters. Like the one I was like, I'm only playing as the heavy class for the next 3 games, and I got it to like level 21 in 3 games.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So, yeah.
You'll have to try that.
The thing
Yeah.
I would say is that I just saw on Steam here that Baldur's Gate 3 has a update, and the Barbarian class is now in it.
Nice.
Can play through the whole campaign again?
You mean the first act of the campaign?
I'll play it with
Yeah.
you. I want to play it because I never finished it, and now that there's been updates, I want to see the difference. So,
I'm gonna update it tonight, but I do have to get going.
all right, yeah, let's wrap it up. All right, thanks for hanging out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, here, Twitch, whatever, Twitter, or don't. I don't fucking care. Do whatever you want.
Hell yeah.
All right.
What an end. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Peace
Have
out.
a nice day.
Later.